Let's go, you fantasy managers. You guys ready? Fantasy enthusiasts? Let's talk some fantasy and some DFS with you with our fantasy segment of the show. We have two games we're going to play with here for your viewing entertainment. Keep in mind it is Tuesday right now. We're going to kick it off with our first game called Hot and Cold. You guys who watch the show, you know what we're talking about. I give you the hot, Team Money gives you the cold. I'm going to try to find you players who are borderline starters that you should start, or somebody that you get a value on in DFS. Should be pretty much the same. Team Money going to tell you what, watch out. Don't play that guy. He's going to be cold. Do not start him or he's going to break your heart. That's Team Money. Let's go to quarterback, okay? I told you last week to start Jared Goff. Did you all listen to me? Did you all start Jared Goff last week? I told you Jared Goff. He was QB1.
You did.
In the whole league, man. My upside hot pick for quarterback. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going back to him this week.
Ooh,
Jared Goff, one more time. He threw for 378 yards last week with 4 touchdowns. Put up 45 points.
Wow.
And he did not have DeAndre Swift, Amon St. Brown. He did not have them on his team. So you know who he went to? TJ Hawkinson. Is all this kind of fitting together for you? Watch out for TJ and Goff again. The Lions at New England getting 3 points. New England's ranked 26 in the league against opposing fantasy quarterbacks. Goff goes off. He's a great play on DraftKings, $6,100. Fire him up and start him. Jared Goff, upside. Quarterback hot pick of the week. G-Man.
Oh, man. I don't know how I follow that kind of energy. 2 weeks in a row with Jared Goff. A
guy that I didn't even like in L.A.
My cold QB of the week here is Kyler Murray. He's projected 18.1 versus the Eagles. The Eagles might have a top defense in the league, maybe the two best corners on the same team in the league. Right now, they're the 4th best team in fantasy versus QBs. Ooh. The QBs that have played them the last 4 weeks have averaged 12, 8, 8, and 5. Okay.
Ooh.
So buyers beware here. They have a phenomenal front seven. They're going to put pressure on this guy and be able to contain him. I know he's averaging over 20 points a game. He's ranked number 6. You know, especially in DFS, this is not a guy I want to touch. And if you have someone on your bench that you can trust, like Jared Goff, I'd go with him because Kyler's not going to have a good game this week. And this guy's known as being a roller coaster. Great game, bad game, great game, bad game. I'm not trusting him.
All you Kyler managers, take Kyler off, put Goff in, man. Hey, we're telling you, father-son sports, baby. We're bringing it to you. Let's go to running back. Who's the hot running back from G-Man? How about Damian Harris from the New England Patriots? I like Damian, and I like Ramondre. I think they're both going to have good games here. I just think that Damian Harris is getting the ball at the goal line, and he's actually getting more carries. Ramondre's in on more snaps. But I think Harris beats him out here. Ramondre still has a good game and certainly like Ramondre better on PPR. So they're very close, but I'm going to give you Damian Harris there in this game where they're going to run the heck out of the ball. They're not going to throw a lot in this game. Zappy, they're not going to put it all on him. They're going to run this ball. If you're playing DFS, Harris is a great buy on DraftKings, $5,600. Damian Harris is a start on my upside RB hot pick of the week.
All right. Sounds good. Patriots offense wasn't going to throw much regardless of who was the quarterback. My cold running back of the week is David Montgomery coming back from injury for the Chicago Bears.
Is he starting?
Projected for 14.4 versus the Vikings. Vikings, good defense. I like the Vikings. I'm high on these guys this year. In the beginning of the season, even when David Montgomery was healthy before he got hurt, he had 8 points.
Yeah. And
then he had 15 points. Now Khalil Herbert looks like that dude. So they're going to be splitting carries, I think, regardless.
Yeah.
So I don't trust
risky start
to get 14.5 points. No way. I think Khalil Herbert might outsnap him, but Montgomery may get some goal line snaps. So look for Khalil Herbert in your DFS because you could get him as a steal right now if Montgomery starts, and especially in your actual leagues, Montgomery is someone I definitely don't want to start until I see how these two coexist. Now that he's coming back from injury and Khalil's had 2 weeks to be the main guy.
Smart pick. Let's go to the wide receiver. I'm going to the hot wide receiver. I'm going with Robert Woods here against Washington. Woods piled up 13 targets in the last 2 games. That's a lot of targets. He got 9 catches and 2 touchdowns in the last 2 games. Treylon Burks is out with a toe injury. Woods is now the leader in Tennessee, baby.
Yeah.
I told you Tennessee is going to win this week. All right. That's one of my bets. All right. He's going to continue. He's averaging 12.8 yards per reception over his last 2 contests. He's got a great matchup here. Washington's ranked 24th against the pass. And if you're playing DFS, Woods is a great buy, $5,200. That's it. Plug him into your starting lineup. Robert Woods, my upside wide receiver hot pick of the week.
All right. I like it. The only wide receiver going to be out there. So smart play here. My cold receiver of the week, though, Drake London.
Ooh, hot name right there.
All right. He's becoming an up-and-coming guy. He's a rookie. He's been playing well. He's projected for 15.3 versus Tampa Bay, though. And this is kind of weirding me out. I don't know why. What does fantasy people know? He's only had 1 game over 14.4, all right, out of his 4 games. So I don't know where this projection's coming from. And Tampa might have the best defense in the league right now. So I do not trust him to get to that. And, with Patterson being hurt especially, they're going to focus on the wide receivers. So I think that this is a bad idea. Pitts is having a bad year already, it seems like, or they're not going to him. So all the focus is going to be on Drake London. 15.3 seems like a big ask from a guy who's only gone over 15 one time in his career so far.
Good pick. I like that pick. Hey, summarizing now with the DFS lineup. You guys playing DFS lineups? Here's my team, man. I'm going to give you most of them. Jared Goff, I said, put him in a quarterback and stack him with Hawkinson at tight end, the 2 of them together. We got Damon Harris at the running back. And because I bought some high value there, I was able to get Barkley at the running back. And then we go to wide receiver. I said pick up Woods. He's a great value at 5,200. I added in Chase and Godwin. I told you to get Godwin on props. So there he is. And that's my team with the flex and the DST on top of that.
All right. I like it.
All right. Let's go to our next game. Okay. We're wrapping things up here as we roll through. You fantasy managers, Team Money knows what he's talking about.
Come on.
And we're going to show you right here on Take or Mistake, our next game here. Take a mistake. T does not know who I'm going to ask him about, and he's going to tell us whether we should take the bait on this hot player this week or if last week was a mistake. Okay, we're going to start off at QB, Cooper Rush, Dallas quarterback. Rush completed 15 of 27 passes for 223 yards and 2 touchdowns, had 18 fantasy points against Washington on Sunday. He has the Cowboys on a 3-game winning streak. Assuming Dak does not return in week 5, can fantasy managers start Cooper Rush on the road at the Rams? T-Money. Is Cooper Rush a take this week as a starter in fantasy lineups, or would that be a mistake?
I cannot believe you gave me Cooper Rush no, it's a mistake.
You think he had 18 fantasy points?
Well, he should have had 14. Like I said earlier in the show, 2 picks got called back for flags, on the defense. So let's pump the brakes. And he's also going up against the Giants, not Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey. So this is a mistake. I don't think he gets 12 points.
Don't you love T-Money, everybody? He's great in this game. This is his favorite game. All right, let's go to the running back, T-Money. We're going to talk about Rashad Penny out of Seattle. Penny rushed 17 times for 151 and 2 touchdowns, and he brought in a target. They score 48 points and win. Penny picks up 28 fantasy points after only having 8 the week before. He's now averaging 6 yards per carry.
Yeah.
But can fantasy managers count on him to keep it going in a tough week 5 road matchup against the Saints' talented defensive front? Team Money. Is Rashad Penny a take as a must-start RB this week, or would that be a mistake?
I am very worried about the Saints front, but it seems like Seattle is rolling offensively right now, and you got to ride that wave. So I think it's a take.
You're starting Penny.
Penny's gotten even higher snap share now. Kenneth Walker is kind of falling to the wayside because of how well Penny's performing. So I think this is a take until Penny proves he's not an RB1 type guy. He's not going to get 28, but he could easily put up 18 for sure.
Okay. We got a mistake and a take out of you so far. Let's finish it up here, wrapping it up here with the wide receiver. Let's go to the Jets. Corey Davis. Davis caught 5 of 7 targets for 74 yards and a touchdown. in Sunday's win over the Steelers. He led the team in targets, catches, and receiving yards. Can fantasy managers count on the 6'3" wide receiver to add another touchdown in week 5 against the Dolphins? Team Money, is Corey Davis a take as a must-start fantasy wide receiver this week, or would that be a mistake?
Must start. I'm going to go mistake. I need to see where this offense goes before I do anything, right? I think there's too many good weapons right now. Conklin seems to be a pretty dang good tight end. They have 2 solid running backs. They have Garrett Wilson. They have Elijah Moore. They have Corey Davis. I don't know who's going to get the ball. And Zach Wilson hasn't even played until last week. So I don't know if I trust Corey Davis to be a starter yet, because I just need to see more. Like it, I think every week someone else is going to have a great week. Garrett Wilson went crazy the other week, right? Breece Hall had a great game. Michael Carter's first game was good. Like, I don't know who. There's too many equal points and unknowns in this offense. Zach Wilson's played 1 game. It's a mistake to start this guy so soon. Like, let's a lot of good other players out there to start other than Corey Davis.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Hey, that's it for our show today, everybody. We love that you joined us. We hope you had fun and got some good ideas for tips and some good content for you. Check us out, man. Check out our segments where you consume your social. We're everywhere. Look for us at Father, Son, and Holy Sport. On behalf of Team Money, I'm G-Man. Enjoy the games and see you all next week.
All right. Peace.